COVID-19 support page. So good morning and thank you everybody for joining. I know some of you are coming from the West Coast and 7 a.m. Completely understood. We'll try and make it as efficient and as knowledgeable as possible. Most of people of attendees on this webinar are either clients or people they interacted with our brand before. But I'll introduce myself. My name is Eitan Magin. I'm one of the partners of Popshap, and I'm on the technical sales part of things. After the initial stages of rolling out the COVID-19 kiosks, from demo units to now I want 10, 15, and the growing demand, we decided to host this webinar to give people more an inside look on the product and what's to come. I'll start with a 2-minute intro about Popshap and how we got to this point. The essence of this webinar is to really educate and allow clients to see how easy it is to set up one of those units. We'll talk about the key features of the unit. We'll talk about some of the development and new fabrication that we're creating here in the US to deal with the demand and to make sure that everyone can get their product in a timely manner. And then we'll finish with some of the future integrations and future things we've done in the past few weeks. So Popshap, let me just start here. Popshap was created as an extension of a software company, and we were essentially added a hardware vertical to a software company in 2017. We saw a lot of need for clients that came in and said, well, you do the software for me, now I got to source the hardware and figure out a solution for my trade show, for my permanent installation and whatnot. And so we decided to team up with some manufacturers all over the world, but mainly in China, to create that solution on the custom end and line items. So clients can come to us for a full solution from content to design, UI, UX, user engagement, data collections, the hardware and the software. And in most trade shows and installations, we actually are SLA1. We are the support, we're the installers and the integrators. So we've done that for a few years now. Between our facilities in Las Vegas, Orlando, and New Jersey, we're able to give global support, and that means a lot for some of our brands that we work with. Most of the company that we work with, have offices and locations all over the world. They need us to be able to perform at trade shows in Germany 1 week, next week in London, and the following week in Las Vegas. So we have that extension of network of agents and local reps, and obviously our facilities and our warehouses. Our traditional clients used to come for us for digital posters, interactive displays, very live content, whether it's Nielsen, BCG, Honda, brands like that, and we would come up with a solution for them. Some of the solutions evolved over the years from a stand-up traditional kiosk to a more table touch solution where it's allows you to engage the user in very interactive way, product demos, product activations, and so forth. So these are the products we excelled in. Outdoor, indoor, it doesn't matter. We've done pretty much all of it. Video walls, LEDs. We've added that vertical to our repertoire last year. We partner with a few integrators, some local and some not, to help us with the integrations of the content into video walls. But today we've done video walls, LED walls, and more. Some of the case studies, I'll share this deck so you can read, the particulars and specifics, but Mayo Clinic has been a leading client for us in the healthcare, house in trade shows, and today we're going to fast forward to what really this country and this world is experiencing, the pandemic, and how businesses, employers are bringing back employees and potentially visitors to their locations. So most of you are aware that we have a line of products. What changes in the line of products are two integrals. One is the traditional 8-inch COVID-19 kiosk. They can come in different various ways. It can come on the stand. It can come as a wall mount, as you can see here, desktop. And because of the challenges we had with the large stands, we started fabricating our own stand, which I'll show in a second what we've done there. The key features of these devices are across the board the same. Doesn't matter if you have a desktop or 4 feet, they're pretty much, they do the same thing. Non-contact, as we know, this is not a touch screen. We don't want people to get infected from the screen. The range, which I'll touch on as far as temperature, 0.2 to 0.3 Celsius. The control of the device and the ability for the device to recognize someone if they're wearing a mask or not. The ease of deployment. We're getting emails from clients all over the country, all over the world actually, with testimonials of how easy it was to plug and play it, and use this product out of the box, as well as, hey, we took the extra step and we integrated into our relay system. So it could do both. We talked about the face recognition before. It's an option. Some are worried about privacy, and some wanna look at this product as access control and clocking system for their employees. And the most important part, the audit and the reporting part, the log, which is also optional, but a great tool for employers to go back and look and see, what happened each day, and who went through the system, and what was the temperature and whatnot. The desktop, again, I'll share this deck so you can have all these facts. This is the desktop model. We have the 4 feet stand. And on this point, I want to show real quick. Let me make sure that everyone can see my camera. So we started creating and fabricating these stands. As you can see, these are custom colors. We're able to paint and brush these. We're able to wrap them with your brand logo. We're able to put messaging, allowing someone that comes to it, instead of like putting a piece of paper, which I've seen some clients are doing, actually put the messaging of what to do when you reach a unit like that. And we're able to, as you can see, create different various colors of these stands. So if you have brand colors you want to keep consistent, it's something that we could do very easily. Back to the presentation, we have, and I think we're the only one with the combo units, the hand sanitizer / thermal sensor. We are getting pre-orders as we speak. We've had over 250 pre-orders on the combo. We're going to start shipping on June 3rd. And that's a unit that is just changing the usage of these devices. It will allow you to keep the device post COVID-19, when hopefully a vaccine comes out. It will allow you to really keep it on your retail location, your office, and the usage of sensor hand sanitizing, along with the digital platform that it's on, allows you to update content and use it for that. It really adds a lot of value, and it's a bigger screen. It's a 21-inch screen, so the content makes a difference. I'm going to drill a little bit into the hardware. There were a lot of questions about what can we do and what connectors and what are the options as far as relay and HID and Wiegand input and so forth. So these are, I'll make sure again that my camera is focusing on. So these are the, there are two styles really. Some of them will come with 7 connectors and some will come with 9. The only difference is 2 connectors are repeating themselves, which is the Wiegand, another Wiegand input. There are 2 Wiegand inputs actually, so 1 and 2, and there are 2 USBs. So the one with the 7 cables just means it's only 1 USB, and you really don't need more than 1 to operate this system, as most of you know. So this is the wall unit. The challenge with the wall unit is that you're gonna have to create access in your wall to get these wires inside and snake it down to a power outlet. So what we've done, we added another bracket that will be on our website starting next week, that gives it a buffer, and it's an L shape, so you can put it and it has all the wire management within that bracket. It's small. It's a 3-inch by 4 silver stainless steel mount, so it looks slick, and it will do the job. On the desktop, some of you asked the question. So the difference between the desktop and the let me grab one of those units back here. The difference between the desktop and the unit on the stand is they're both using the same what should we call it? The same holder bracket. The difference is the actual stand. So they both have a disc that can mount to pretty much anything, but we use this. The desktop has an RJ45 USB and power, and the longer one, this one, I'll spin this way. As you can see right here, has 2 USBs and essentially the same thing. It's the same bar that connects to the top of this. So what we try to do in the last couple of weeks is work with a fabricator to make sure that the unit is still sturdy, but it's not as heavy and easy to move around. And we'll talk about some of the improvements of the unit that we have with the rechargeable units and the one with the printer integration. So let's continue to that. So why essentially go with Popshap? We talked about the global support, the ability, our network of support all over the world really, but in the US and Europe, we're very strong. We talked about the fact that inventory, we so far deliver over 1,600 units, and we are producing stocks in rates that are very high. Whether they come via boat or airplanes, every week we get mass amount of inventory. The technology, the core technology is the same for a lot of our competitors. People use the same technology, whether you use mass detection, thermal sensors, body reference, or these thermal devices. The core technology we all know is the same. What Popshap has done to separate us from the herd is we added the support value, added the